What's happening, everyone? Scream here, back again with another video. Today's video won't be my usual style of rounding up the weekly golf news. However, I decided to brave it and take the cameras out to Castlerock Golf Club, which is my home club, to film a 9-hole course vlog. So in this particular video, I didn't film all the holes. However, I imagine as I get used to filming out in the golf course, there will be more long formatted content, including like 18-hole vlogs. And hopefully showing you around a lot of cool courses in Ireland, which is my aim of this channel. So without further ado, I'll let you get into the video. So the first hole here at Castlerock, the 9-hole course, is 301 yards. It's a pretty straightaway par 4, so I'll just be hitting a 6-iron off the tee. Yeah, should be perfect. Always nice to hit the fairway off the first tee, even though if it was with a 6-iron, but I've probably left myself in the range of about 120 yards from my second shot, so hopefully I can flick a wedge onto the green. Second shot, I have around 120 yards left to the pin. I'm going to hit a pitching wedge and try and leave myself an uphill putt, just leaving it right to the flag. Just editing this video now. For some reason the camera has zoomed in and you can't actually see the hole. However, I started my putt just slightly outside the right of the hole, and it didn't turn back, which led me to 2-putt for my bogey. Just didn't turn. 5-putt for my bogey. So the next hole we filmed was the 4th hole, which is a relatively short downhill par 3. On this day, it was playing around 130 yards, so I was just trying to punch a 9-iron just out to the right-hand side of the green, where you have plenty to aim at, and hoping to use the slopes to come in. Unfortunately, it didn't feed in, however, it left myself around a 25-foot birdie putt. We have a putt for birdie. It's quite a big swinger from right to left, so I'm going to start at about a foot outside the hole, but I'll take my 2 putts apart. Good bit of swing in that. Good putt, so.
But I'll take my 2 putts apart.
So after that tasty little 3 jab, I moved on to the only par 5 in the 9-hole course, which is playing around 490 yards, which doglegs round to the right. I didn't manage to catch the tee shot, however I left myself in decent position, and this was just a layup shot with a 7-iron, just looking to get around 170 yards out of it. Yeah, that should be good. Again, I don't know what's happened with the footage here. It looks to be really close up. You can't actually see the ball. But I left myself a really comfortable yardage. I just had a gap wedge from around 120 playing downhill. It's quite a tight approach shot into this green, so I just aimed slightly left of the flag and just cut it in slightly. I clipped this one pretty nicely and left myself a reasonably makeable putt for birdie, looking at about 20 or 25 feet, so overall pretty content with this shot. One of the features of the Bann course is very slopey greens, however this is about the flattest putt you could get. I left myself, as I say, around 20 or 25 feet, very minimal break, so I try to hit it firm right centre. However, I hit it a bit too firm and nearly took the break out of it. So just shaving the right edge there. However, I'll take my 2 putt for par and move on. I'll take my PR. Moving on to the 6th hole now. This is again a relatively short par 4. It plays around 280, 290 yards with a severe downslope on the fairway. So that's what I was trying to catch. I was trying to hit a sling draw with a 5-iron. However, as you can see here, I just sort of came slightly over the top of it and leaked it out the right, which means it didn't catch the slope and left me a longer shot into the green. Just pushed it a bit right, but yeah, should be in play. So after that slappy tee shot, I didn't leave myself the easiest of approach shots. I had around 150 yards into the breeze but downwind with a pond left. So I think naturally to avoid that, I pushed it out slightly right and the wind just did not touch it at all. which left me on top of one of Castlerock's notorious dunes, which left me with a really tricky up and down.
Sticky shit up there.
No profanity.
Right. So this shot was not easy. I had a really unstable stance. I felt like I was about to fall at any point. However, I actually had a decent lie, so I thought if I could just slide a 52 underneath it, and it was all downhill, so all I really needed to do was land the ball like a foot or two onto the green, and it would pretty much release out the rest. I made really solid contact, and as you can see, it actually worked out pretty well, so yeah, no complaints with this one.
Yeah, I'll take that all day.
And I managed to convert my par.
Yep.
That was really a nice bonus. Moving on to the 7th hole. Again, it's just about getting in and playing this course, so I took the conservative approach. You could, if you wanted to, have a go at the green, but it's sort of a 1 in 10 shot. So I just played a 7-iron just down the left-hand side, which opened up the angle for my approach to the green. I didn't manage to catch my approach to the green. I hit pretty much just the same gap wedge I hit in the 5th hole, just a stock 120 shot, which left me above the hole with a downhill slider for birdie.
Thanks, but I'll take my par.
So after leaving it in the jaws at the 7th hole, I parred the 8th hole, and the final hole we filmed is the 9th hole. I'll let Castlerock Graham take it away.
We have a relatively short downhill par 3, probably playing about 130 yards today. However, the pin is tucked right behind a massive mound, so I'm just going to be aiming for the left-hand side of the green, and if it wants to fade, it can do. So
This was a weird one. So I actually made a really good swing. I flushed it right in my line, and there was a decent wind off the left, so I was hoping that it would sort of fade back, but it did not move a muscle in the air.
just didn't turn at all.
So in this hole we had a bit of an incident. Now usually you'd find your ball down the left hand side of the green, but for some reason it must have just caught up in a real big tuft of grass, and it was nowhere to be seen.
Hard look. Good shot.
Some questionable camera work here to finish off. However, I missed my putt just on the low side and tapped in for a double.
That's me finished up the 9 holes there now. I probably finished around 6 or 7 over. Didn't play my best stuff, but it was a nice day to get out, and yeah, great course here in the northwest of Ireland. So thanks again for watching the video. If you did enjoy it, please leave a like and subscribe, and yeah, see you in the next one.